Hi guys, welcome back to yet another episode. So if you're new here, my name is DIY with Jojo, but you can just call me Jojo. And on this channel, I talk everything about home decor, thrifting, auctions, and anything home. So kindly, if you're new, hit the red subscribe button below and join the fam. I'd love to have you here. So in today's episode, I'll be sharing with you this beautiful living room, and I know by now you've seen from the title and the thumbnail. Without wasting more time, let's see how the before looked. Before now, I take you through why we chose the colors that we did and everything that we did in this living room. First things first, I'd love to give a huge shout out to Skillshare for sponsoring today's episode. And if you've been here for some time, you know how much I've been raving about Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community for curious and creative people. So maybe you want to take up a new skill or you want to improve your existing skill, may it be photography, it can be illustration, interior design, it can be on topics on productivity, social media. They have a wide variety of classes that you can take and improve your particular skill. And there's this particular class that I've been taking by Anka Elena, Interior Design 101. Easy guide to the principles of interior design. And in this particular class, my main takeaway point was how to arrange things maybe in your living room, how you're supposed to do them, in case of maybe how you're supposed to, if you're mounting a TV on the wall, how you're supposed to mount it, the measurements that you're supposed to leave so that at least that everything is at eye level. And when it comes to placing your sofa set, the spacing that you're supposed to leave in between the seats so that at least you can be able to move around in the space. And you'll get to see how I did apply those principles that I learned in this particular makeover. The first 1,000 people to use the link on my description box or my code will get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare. So the first thing that we did in this space was, as I mentioned, we were selling everything, so we were starting on a blank slate. So the first thing is painting the walls. We wanted a white color because everything else that we were bringing in the space was going to be dull, so at least the walls will brighten up the space. So for that we did choose crown paints, and we went with brilliant white for the whole walls. And the next thing that we did was wainscoting. Wainscoting is such a classic and timeless style that it never goes out of style. So be it 10 years to come, it still be relevant. And for this, we went with the borderline and did wainscoting at the bottom. We didn't want to put wainscoting on the top part because we were going to bring in some deco pieces that were going to be now on the top part. So we just wainscoted the bottom part, and it made such a big difference to the space. Next, it was time to bring in now the biggest furniture that was going to come into this space, and that is the seats. So we went with a neutral color, and as you know, neutrals are beige, you have gray, and also you have black. But she had done black in the past, and so that was out of the option. And she didn't want to do beige because of maintenance, and she has little kids, and definitely, you know, when you have kids and you have bright colored seats, that is a whole different issue. The maintenance, she didn't want to deal with that. So that's why we decided to go with gray, but this time around we did a dark gray for the seats. And this one is easier for you. So if you want to now change up the scheme, like for this time you're doing white and gold, but if you're in the mood of doing like pink or purple, it's so easy for you now to bring in the accent pieces and change up the whole room, because a neutral color is very easy to work with in terms of bringing other colors as deco pieces and accent colors for the space. So it can be in terms of throw blankets, or even the carpet, or you can even do now pillow covers. You can now bring different colors and texture and patterns. So we decided to do custom made seats since the design that she wanted, she was so particular on the design that she wanted, and we didn't find any shop that was selling this kind of seats locally. So we did custom make them, and they turned out great. So we had 3-seater, 2-seater, and one-seater. And the beauty with doing custom made seats is you can even customize the depth, the length of the seat that you want, and everything ties in so beautifully. We decided to do some extra ottomans, so this will provide extra storage because they have storage beneath, so you can put your throw blankets inside, and if you're having guests, this provide extra seating for your guests. So for the curtains, we decided to have black curtain rods. So initially, they were curtain boxes that were there. And then we removed them and had some curtain rods, but they were this spray painted black and gold. So we did away with that and now introduced black curtain rods. So black will tie in now with the other pieces in the room. So for the shears, we decided to go with brilliant white that was plain, and this also provides now extra light from outside, and it makes the space brighter. Now for the curtains, we decided to do a darker curtain, and we went with black, and it ties in so beautifully now to the rest of the pieces, especially at night when now the lights are on and the curtains have been drawn. Everything blends in so well. So the curtains were from Isili, and we went with textured curtains. They have some detail to it that you'll get to see on a close-up view, and it just ties in so beautifully. So going down, we go now to the carpet. We got a rugged carpet that is so soft to the feet. And these are the carpets, when you step on them, you feel like you're sinking inside. And we went with a light gray option for it. And it has a bit of white, not too bright, but it's very easy to maintain in terms of vacuuming and cleaning it up. So easy. And the thing is, now it ties in every color that you've used now on top. It grounds everything at the bottom. So for the coffee table and the nested stools, we decided to go with the glass theme because we are working with a glam look. So I know by now you noticed that from the pieces that you can see in the room. And what I love most about having the glass coffee table is that it adds volume to the space. It's a see-through piece, and it makes the room feel bigger in terms of now giving you the clearness, and also it just brightens up the space. And you can work with it so beautifully. Add some gold accent pieces on top. You can do even wooden pieces. It's so easy to work with, and it blended so well with the theme that we were working with. So on top of the coffee table, we did have some decor pieces, but the beauty of this is she gets to change the decor pieces depending on her mood and the theme that she's working with. So for this particular staging, we worked with gold pieces, but we also did get some white ginger jars. So if she's in the mood of changing the theme, now she can do like white ginger jars with different colored flowers, and it changes up the whole space without investing too much, because you're only changing the decor pieces and also maybe like the pillow covers on the pillows. So on top of the seats, we decided to do dark feathered pillows, and these are very easy for you to chop. And the beauty of this is if you chop them, they stay like this for quite a long time. So it is aesthetically pleasing to the eye if you're having all the pillows that have that are choppable. And with this staging, we worked with white and gold. So we do have this white pillows, and also we have the gold one over here, and the colors blend well together. So we've done now the living room, and there was this blank space that was at this corner that we wanted to do something. We don't want to leave it bare, and for that the wainscoting extended up to this side, so we did the wainscoting and brought in a mirrored table with now the glass on top. And remember, we are working with mirrored pieces in this space. So this is now our console area, our foyer, even though it is far from the entry, but it is a place where we thought it will be a good way of displaying some of her decor pieces. On top, we just did some simple styling with a lamp here, of course, so when it's dark, at least this provides ambient light. And we got some boxes from the gallery. So if you have a similar setup right next to your door, it will provide a good place where you can drop in your keys, your mask, your sanitizers. So every time maybe you enter the house, this will be your catch-all box. And then at the far end, we did ginger jar and flowers. So with this, she can be able to change them with time. If she's having a different theme, she can have maybe like a white ginger jar here with different flowers. But this whole look provides, it didn't leave the wall so bare, and it gave us a very, very good setup that now blends in now to the other part of the living room. So when you walk in, there's this now where the curtain is, and we had some blank walls on both sides. So for symmetry sake, and you'll get to see that this is a principle of design in terms of symmetry, how you're supposed to be placing things so that it is asymmetrical to the space. So for symmetry, we decided to go with this frame that has gold and black. As you can tell by now, black is a recurring theme in this space. So that's why we had to do some black, and she loves gold so much. So that's why the print is in black and gold, and also aspects of white. So for the TV area, we decided to do away with the TV cabinet, and instead we opted to now mount the TV and put like a 4 mantle in place. So this is still a work in progress, but so far this is what we had. But we'll now get like now the fireplace, the electric one, and that will now place inside. And yeah, so basically that's that for now the TV area. So we did have these 2 blank areas on the wall. So one is where directly on top of the sofa, and then the other one is the dining room area. So for this, we opted to go with mirrors, because you know you can never go wrong with mirrors, and they are positioned directly opposite the window. So you have a lot of light coming from the window that is being reflected on the mirror, and mirrors make the room brighter, and also they make it appear bigger than it actually is. So for this, we did a custom piece for the cathedral windows, and the frame had to be black, because you know we are working with black in this space. So for symmetry's sake, we decided to do the same kind of mirror on the opposite side. So you have these 2 big mirrors reflecting light now from the opposite window. So going up, we have the light fixtures, and since there are 2, we decided to go with something simple since we have a lot going on at the bottom. So coming to the dining room area, we have a window on this side, and that's why we decided to now put the mirror directly opposite. As I mentioned before, when you have a mirror directly opposite a window, it reflects light that is coming from outside, and it makes the area look bigger and spacious and brighter. Coming down, we have the dining table and chairs. We are working with a glass theme, and we decided to go with all black because she loves black. And on top, the centerpieces, we decided to do something simple that you can remove every time that you're having meals with your family. Now let's do a recap of how the space used to look before. So that is it, guys, for today's episode. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. What did you love about the living room? What would you have changed if it were you? So let me know that down in the comment section below, and make sure you check out my description box and also my pinned comment. I'll be putting up the link to the 1 month free trial of Skillshare. Make sure you take advantage of that. So guys, that is it for today's episode. I'll see you in my next video. So for now, bye bye.